Hey everybody! So this video we're looking at how you draw food chains. And we're going to use these four species here to do it. We've got a grasshopper and an eagle, some grass and a snake. So these are species you'd find in a grassland or a woodland in Australia. So to draw a food chain, you can either draw them from left to right, or you can draw them from the bottom to the top. For this one, we'll draw it left to right so it fits on the screen a bit better. Okay, so if we're starting on the left, we always start a food chain with the producer. So with the species that actually makes its own food and it doesn't need to eat anything else. And remember that plants are the kingdom that can make their own food because they use photosynthesis. And remember they're in the kingdom Plantae. So the grass is the producer in our food chain. So we'll put that down here on the left. Alright, and then we need to think, well, what's the next species that would eat grass in our food chain? Well, it's not eagles, and it's not snakes either, it's grasshoppers. So these are small insects that eat grass and other leaves. So we'll put that along next to grass, and then we draw an arrow going from the grass to the grasshopper, and that tells us that the grasshopper eats the grass. So the arrow points to the thing that's eating the other species. Okay, next we need to think, well, what eats grasshoppers? And it's going to be snakes. Some small snake species eat insects. So we put the snake next to the grasshopper and then we join it up with an arrow pointing towards the snake again. And then eagles, they eat snakes. So they're the top predator in this food chain. Alright, so there we have our food chain. We've started off with our producer on the left, which is the grass, and then we have all of our consumers which are the species that eat something else. They're in the next three stages. Alright, so follow those steps to draw your own food chains.